everybody? What's up, everybody? It's MCZX here, back at it. G1 update. It is night 5 through 8. It's a recap of the highlights, the finishes, who's leading in both blocks. Let's get right to it because I don't want to take up too much of your time. Night 5, aka the A block, we had Jay White versus Michael Elgin. Here's the highlights. There was a nasty botch by White and Elgin. I don't know what move he was trying to go for, but it looks like he couldn't lift him up. He was trying to cradle Elgin for like some sort of fisherman, but he just fell over and it just looked bad. It looked like Elgin fell on his head. And yeah, there was a rolling elbow by Elgin, which is just nasty. It's always nasty every time I see it. But the finish of the match went like this. Like most of these Jay White matches, Jay White, he hit a low blow and then a Blade Runner. And Jay White defeats Elgin to earn 2 more points with his current score at 6. Or as Dashi would put it, 6. Suzuki versus Yoshihashi, both men with no points. This should be a no-brainer. Suzuki wins, earning his first 2 points against Yoshihashi. Great heart by Yoshihashi, but heart doesn't win matches. Funny moment at the end of the match. Suzuki went to Kevin Kelly. He was like, "You want my shot? You want my shot?" Talking about those nasty forearms to the neck. Kevin Kelly was scared, and I would be scared too if Suzuki was smiling and saying, "You want my shot? You want my shot?" Makabe versus Evil is next. Here are the highlights. Big Griff of Twitter fame. Hi, Big Griff. Thank you for this fun fact. He says this is Evil's 21st G1 match, while this is Makabe's 106th match. That's ridiculous. Makabe was super over the entire match. But that didn't matter because Evil earns 2 more points by defeating Makabe with Everything is Evil. Awesome match, though. I enjoyed it. Semi-main event time. Hiroshi Tanahashi with 2 points versus Bad Luck Fale, who also has 2 points. They were Fale chants, which is a huge highlight for me because I never hear Fale chants. I love Bad Luck Fale, and to see that y'all love him too, that made me very happy. Is the finish. So there's another interference, and Tangaloa, he comes in and basically distracts Tanahashi. Tana goes after him. Fale accidentally hits Loa because Tana's smart. And Tana hits a sling blade, and when Tana hits a sling blade, High Fly Flow is coming up next. But he meets a gun stun by Tama Tonga, who slides back. He slides Uno back into the ring and makes the count. But Red Shoes is like, hell with that. Hell with that. This ain't right. If I count this, this is hurting the integrity of the G1. So he flips off the Tongans and he throws the match out and gives Tanahashi 2 more points. In our main event was Okada versus Hangman Page. And here are the highlights. So, to me, as my notes say, Okada was kind of taking Hangman kind of lightly in the match. Smiling a whole bunch and just not really taking the match seriously until Hangman, he gave him a couple shots that made Okada wake up like, oh, okay, we want to fight Rainmaker Okada, you got it. Hangman has a very sick moonsault. We don't get to see it often. It makes me mad. I'm not talking about the moonsault he does outside or the shooting star press one. I'm talking about the moonsault where, the person's down on the ground. He never really gets to hit that one. Not that I've seen him hit it, but it'd be nice if he lands that one day. There was a top rope neck breaker into a moonsault on the outside, and Page was slowly winning the crowd over. And unfortunately, we can't have the Summer of Page because Okada has to win. Okada's losing streak is over as Okada earns his first 2 points in the G1 after hitting a Rainmaker, and that's it. Handsome boy Page made Okada earn it, though. I really wanted Hangman to win. And that's all for night 5 of A block. Let's jump to B block. Fun fact, Reason JP, aka Chris Charleston of Twitter fame, was there to help with the translations. He's a cool dude. Kota Ibushi and Toriano start the match. Now, I And everyone else thought this is a no-brainer. Ibushi's going to win. But this G1 has been highly unpredictable. No one knows who's going to win. Here's some highlights. So Kota Ibushi almost killed himself with a half-and-half twist on the apron. Why? He basically does this freaking move and he almost lands on his neck. Kota tried to use Yano's tricks, the turnbuckle thing, but he failed. He hits a picture-perfect moonsault with his hands taped. But it wasn't enough because Yano wins after a low blow and a chop block combo on Kota to get his first 2 points. Unfreaking believable. Next up was Sonata versus Zack Sabre Jr., both at 2 points. Here's some highlights. This was like a World of Sport match. There was a lot of holds. There was even a little rest period between the two. Multiple pinfalls and transitions. But the finish went like this. After Zack hit the ZSJ clutch, Sonata recovered. He rolled ZSJ up into an O'Connor roll. He went for a Scullin, but Zack Sabre Jr., of course, being the magician he is, he reversed it. But Sonata was one step ahead, and he reversed it into a roll-up, into a bridge for 2 more points. Unbelievable finish. Just awesome. Great technical match between the two. Highly recommend y'all watch. Tetsuya Naito versus Juice Robinson. Poor Juice. Poor Juice. Sucks to have an injury in the G1 because if you do, people like Naito will target that injury, and that's exactly what Naito did in our highlights. He targeted Juice's hand the entire match. Naito hit Destino, and Juice kicked out of it, which I was surprised. But once Naito hit the second Destino, he sealed the deal to get 2 more points for himself. Juice almost had him, though. He hit the Juice box, and Naito almost didn't kick out. Kenny Omega versus Tama Tonga. Kenny at 4 points, Tama at 2 points. This is going to be really personal. Tama came with his boys, as always, and Kenny came solo dolo. Before the match can even start, the Tongans attack Kenny because they say Kenny's the reason all this is happening. Now, before Fale could hit Bad Luck Fall, finally, Hangman and Chase Owens come out and they make the save, and now the match starts. The finish of the match is the important part, as usual. Tama is going to go for a Styles Clash on the chair, but Red Shoes kicks the chair out of the way. Tama pushes him twice, and Red Shoes pushes back, leading to a gun stun on Red Shoes for the DQ. Omega is now at 6, and Tama tries to gun stun Omega with a chair around his neck, but thankfully Ibushi, Hangman, and Owens make the save. Tama says he's going to end all of them. And if 3 men could take out 8 men, I think he's capable of doing that. Hiroki Goto versus Tomohiro Ishii was the main event, and I can't believe I'm saying this. This might be one of the best Goto and Ishii matches I've ever seen. So much went on in this match that I didn't even write anything down. And normally I take notes when I'm writing these matches for spots and stuff I like, but I legit stopped and I just watched the greatness in front of me. It was awesome. Ishii wins with a vertical drop brainbuster. 2 points for Ishii. Freaking insane. A-Block, Night 7. Yoshihashi versus Michael Elgin. Here's your highlights. Yoshihashi almost died like twice in this match. The ref's jump during Elgin's superplex was fantastic. Definitely added the effect of Mike being big. Yoshihashi's heart, though, is unbelievable because there's so many points in this match where he should be out, but he kept kicking out. And it blew my mind. But Yoshihashi finally wins his first 2 points after hitting a Fisherman's Buster and then Karma to end his losing streak. Evil versus Fale. Those Tongans are here. You know shenanigans is on the way. And they were. Here's the highlights. So, this was a good old-fashioned New Japan brawl at the beginning because they just beat the crap out of each other. But the finish went like this. Evil was going for everything is evil, but Fale pushes Evil into the ref. You saw it coming. The Tongans try their shenanigans again, but thankfully Bushi comes to make the save. Then Tama makes his way to the ring to hit a Tongan twist, but then Naito comes out, hits Enzu on Tama. Then Fale goes for the Bad Luck Fall. Evil reverses it into everything is evil. and he covers him, but the ref won't count due to everyone being in the ring. So the ring clears, but Thomas sneaks in and hits a gun stun on Evil for the DQ and 2 points for Evil. Tama then chased Abe with a chair because he didn't announce Fale as the winner, and Naito also ate a gun stun. It was kind of an ugly gun stun, so the less talk about that, the better. Jay White versus Minoru Suzuki, and here's your highlights. Jay White declared himself the king of the A block. Doesn't matter because this is what happened at the end of the match. So Suzuki's look when White tried to low blow him was priceless. Suzuki hit Jay with like one vicious forearm and nailed him with the GSP, aka the Gotch style power driver, and he wins with the most epic pin ever. He just like put his hand in his face like this and just stood over him sort of with one knee to the ground, just mushing him. And the ref counted it. Jay's streak, his winning streak is over. Suzuki adds 2 more points to his score. Thank God. Jesus. I couldn't go with Suzuki not having any more wins. Now we have the battle of the best hair and the battle of the handsome boys. It's Hiroshi Tanahashi with 4 points versus Hangman Page. Fun match. Tanahashi wins the battle of the hair and the handsome. He defeated Hangman Page with a high fly flow of 6 points for Tanahashi. Togi Makabe versus Kazuchika Okada closes the show. Here's the highlights. So, Okada is going through something. A little bit of a midlife crisis. And he hit Rocky Romero with a black balloon. He's done this a couple times now. I don't know why he does that. Rocky said, I don't think he notices me because I'm wearing a hat. Okada tried to do Togi's 10 punch. That didn't work. It didn't end well for him. Makabe did a sick powerbomb that was stiff. That could have hurt Okada's neck. But it doesn't matter. Okada is an X-Men as far as I'm concerned. And he wins with the balloon maker. The rainmaker, adding 2 more points to his score and, ending the unbeatable. So no one is unbeatable now in A block. Everyone has taken at least 1 L. And finally, we come to night 8, B block. Let's start with Goto and Yano. Here's the highlights. Not much. Yano didn't do a lot in this match. He hit like 1 belly to belly. But Goto made short work of Yano with a GTR, adding 2 more points to his score. Tama Tonga versus Tetsuya Naito. Boy. Tama at 2 points, Naito at 4. So, here are your highlights. Tama Tonga mocked Roman Reigns heading to the ring. He did the I cocked my fist thing and started dancing on it still. And if you don't know what's going on here or why he just randomly did that, the reason is Tama Tonga got put in Twitter jail over something he may have said. And he found the person who did it. And he said it was none other than Roman Reigns, because Roman Reigns quoted one of his tweets saying it sounds like that could be a Drake album. And then Tama's in Twitter jail. So he says it's him. Those two have words back and forth. You can look at that on any of the dirty sheets or Twitter itself because it's still up. And he called Roman a snitch and a rat. And I enjoy it because Tama is what Roman Reigns should be, but he's not. And it sucks because Roman could be Tama, but he can't because he don't have the swagger and he's not tough. You're not Haku's kid. You got to be Haku's kid to be Tama Tonga. Naito wouldn't start the match until Tonga Loa was out. So Loa leaves for a little bit, but once Naito's back is turned, Tama attacks and Loa walks right back down there. And now the whole time I'm thinking, where the hell is LIJ? Because you have a faction, they could watch your back. And here's where they come in. So Naito goes for Destino, but Tama catches him and throws him into the referee. Tongans! Loa clotheslines Naito, then Evil comes down and he takes out Loa, then Fale comes down and he takes out Evil, then Bushi comes down, takes out Fale with the miss. Tama throws a Superman punch and misses. They both trade low blows to one another, but Naito hits Destino and wins for 2 more points. Thank God. By the way, Tama Tonga Superman punch, greater than Roman Reigns Superman punch. That's right, Roman. He did it better than you. Them damn Tongans. Jay versus Tomohiro Ishii. Here's your highlights. Both men with 2 points. As for highlights in the match, it's just the ending. I didn't think I'd see this happen. Zack Sabre Jr. wins after tapping out Ishii. After, Ishii reversed the triangle, he had one arm and he put him in a power bomb. He slammed him, and the minute he slammed him, CSJ transitioned out of that power bomb into just this nasty Fujiwara arm bar, and he pulled all the way back, and Ishii had no choice but to tap out. And Kevin Kelly made a good point. It's like, what's more important, having to tap out to CSJ or having a broken arm? And you would much rather just tap out so you can fight another day in the G1 Climax. Kenny Omega versus Juice Robinson. Juice at 0, Kenny at 6. Here's your highlights. Close fall with the Juice box on Omega. Very close fall. 2.9 there, but Juice almost repeats the shocker in Osaka, but Omega kicks out again. And by the shocker in Osaka, if you don't remember last year, which was one of the most joyous moments of all time, Juice Robinson beat Kenny Omega with a roll-up. And he tried to roll him up again, but it didn't work. He met a V-trigger and a one-winged angel to earn 2 more points and stay undefeated. Nice show of respect at the end. And finally, the main event was Sonata versus Kota Ibushi. Both men at 4. Here are your highlights. Let's go do the show. What? So I'm going to need Ibushi and Sonata to fight forever. They just have to. And if they stay with New Japan, I'm telling you, those two are going to be the new figureheads. If Kenny were to leave, or if Naito were to go somewhere or get hurt, Sonata and Kota Ibushi are main event talent. Both of them could clearly be IWGP Heavyweight Champion. There was a sequence into the lawn dart that was amazing. Sonata lawn darted Kota. That hurt my head. Finishing the match went like this. Kota goes for the Kamigoye. He misses. Sonata reverses into the Skull-In, but that's reversed into a suplex attempt by Kota, but that gets reversed into this neck twist for a 2 count. Sonata locks in the Skull-In, and Ibushi almost taps out, but he doesn't. Fighting spirit, of course. Ibushi is out, but the ref doesn't call it. So Sonata lets go of the hold and hits a moonsault, very Keiji Muto-esque, for 2 more points. Sonata wins in his hometown to close out night 8 and this video. Ay. Good Lord. What great wrestling. The G1 is just amazing. How could you not like it? Now it's time for a bracket update before I sign off. A block, your top dog, are in a 3-way tie right now. It's Jay White with 6 points, Evil with 6 points, Tanahashi with 6 points. In second place tie is Michael Elgin, Okada, Makabe, and Suzuki, 4 points. Fale has 2 points. Yoshihashi has 2 points. And so does Page. All of them in third place. As for B block, the king of the mountain is Kenny Omega with a stunning 8 points. Second place is Tetsuya Naito with 6. Sonata with 6 points. Amazing. Kota Ibushi has 4 points. Goto has 4 points. ZSJ has 4 points. Tomohiro Ishii has 2. Tama Tonga has 2. Yano has 2. And the scoreless one, Juice Robinson, has 0. I'm MCZX. I'll see you guys later for nights 9 through 12. We'll get there when we get there. I have night 10 to watch tomorrow. See you guys later. Hope you enjoyed this little video so you can be caught up with the G1. You should watch it, though. Seriously, watch it. It's amazing. Goodbye. Damn, no stone.